Citizens, how's your spirit? Mind, peace. Uh, I hope you're enjoying your journey. Um, Something about Cinnabon. I would love a pecan caramel Cinnabon. Man, that thing is legit one of the best doggone cinnamon rolls out there. I ain't gonna front. When I worked at Cinnabon, I was a junkie for those pecan roll thingies, bruh. Almost every night I would take one home, and it took me 2 days to eat it. So I don't know why I was taking one with me every time I went. But anyway, that is not why I got on this live stream. That was just something that came in anyway. Um, I wanted to have a quick conversation about transcendence. Hey, Sister Image, how's your spirit? Um, Uh, did you catch this on the replay? It's 124, so that was probably about the 122 mark or so. Anyway, I remember it must have been about 2017 when the fibro had really kicked in, and I think I was just about to run out of disability, or I already had. Anyway, um, I remember writing in my journal that I would transcend whatever this was. And this morning, I was thinking about something. Oh, self mastery. It's a cycle, it's a series of things you do repeatedly. 222 on the clock. Um, Someone's got a Glock. Anyway, um, so it's a marathon, it's not a sprint. So I was thinking to myself, well, what's the longest foot race in the world? The longest foot race in the world is titled Self Transendence. It was invented by let's call him a yogi or a guru named Sri Chinmoy. Now, here's the funny thing about it. What up, Sister Enage? How's your spirit? Girl, for whatever reason, at like the 110, 120 mark, your spirit was present. Because I spoke to your spirit then. So I don't know if you got a notification or what it was, but hey, girl, hey. So I look up this particular race. It's titled Self Transcendence, which is what I wanted to do. I wanted to transcend. But when I look at this race is just a circle. And they do it, I don't know how many times until they reach 3,100 miles. That's culture and freedom. But anyway, it, the point of it is, and they do this, I think it's 52 days long. And they're running from whatever time they start. I think it's, from midnight to 6. You get a break, but outside that, you're running the race. From midnight to 6, I think you get 6 hours. I think it's 16 hours. It's either a 16-hour race or 18. Anyway, you're running this race. And it dawned on me, that's the one thing about it. When transcending, you do go through these cyclical experiences. Someone was asking me how to deal with forgiveness. One, I recognize that I can't change anyone's behavior but my own. I can't control anyone's behavior either. So I focus on me. Two, usually whomever it is that's driving my nerves is doing so because they have a problem with them, but they're projecting it onto me, or they're using me as a sounding board. Uh, 3, I also recognize though when it's someone who has hurt me or injured me that I can't hang on to that thing. I can't think about it repeatedly. So each time that it happens, once I recognize, oh no, I'm thinking about that person again or that problem or that issue, nope, that's what we're not going to do. And I'll attempt to clear my mind. I'll pray about it. Listen, Father, I need your help with this. I do not want to deal with this energy. I want to deal with this SHIT. And then I move on with my journey. And over time, I find I don't think about it or that person or the situation because I'm continuing to move forward in my life and figure out the things that I want or need or what it is that I need to achieve my dreams. And so I act accordingly. But yeah, it was important to me to get it out because I don't know. I guess someone needed to hear it, but more importantly, it it dawned on. So there's a cycle to life. Um, yeah, you're not doomed to repeat it. If each time you're going through the cycle, one thing is changing, then it's not a repeat. Maybe a replay. Eventually, you might get to a remix or a remake. Um, and then at some point, you'll create your own thing. It's the steps of life. You have to learn something, to acquire knowledge. And then once you acquire knowledge, you have to work with it, manipulate it, put it into practice so that you become an expert or wise with it. Once you're wise, or you really once you're wise and you can understand it, and manipulate it, and it becomes a fluid part of who you are. It becomes your culture. It becomes that thing that sets you free. You know what I mean? Like it's this journey, and each time you let go of something, you just feel a little bit lighter, a little bit lighter, a little bit lighter, and it's a little easier to forgive and forget. It's a little easier to recognize that they're just energized by negativity, and you're their polar opposite. Even opposites attract. So you've got to figure out how not to deal with that, or to get it out of your way, or turn it into a positive and keep on moving. I hear that song from the 80s. Keep on moving, don't stop. It's like the cops are telling somebody to keep moving, they're trespassing. They're on private property, but they're actually on public land. Um, Someone's taking a stand against something. Police brutality. Someone was shot by the cops recently. No offense to anybody, y'all know my own personal history with it. Yeah, it's time to start protesting and start doing other things. Oh, a lot easier, Sister Renee. She says, I agree. Letting go of negativity helps make distancing yourself from it easier. Yeah, because once you let go of your feelings about the negativity, um, you can see it for what it is. And you can recognize that whomever that is really didn't have your best intentions in mind. You know, because I had this, we'll call her a friend. She was in a relationship with another woman, also a friend of mine. I met them both around the same time in different spaces, but they were both in the same place looking for a relationship. So I introduced them. Anyway, the long and the short of it is they would break up at some point, and one of them would respect my boundaries and understand that just because I talk to you doesn't mean that I tell your former partner what's going on. The other, though, not only do they not respect that that's the type of person that I am, but they would call and emotionally vomit on me damn near every day. And they would do it, and I just began to feel some type of way. It was like, bruh, I'm a whole ass human being out here. We have a similar career, so you can recognize that if you are exhausted and taxed and it gave you a diagnosis, what the fuck you think I'm is? And I ain't out here going to the doctor trying to find out what's going on at the time. So be a little bit more respectful, in this friendship situations. It never really faded. And so eventually I walked away from it. Like I don't have time to do this. And pimping, truth of the matter is, I'm gonna let that go. I'm gonna let that go. At the end of the day, so mutual respect in any relationship is key. Common ground is one thing, but if you can't respect each other, where you come from, where you've been, where you're going, then the rest of it doesn't matter. Or something about paint splatter. I don't know. Anyway, see, Spirit to be dropping in stuff sometimes. It's really irritating. Anyway, so really that's my point for today, and moving forward in the same way that I could stop myself just now from spilling the beans on something that I know would make someone feel extra salty because, well, shit, they already think I'm arrogant, but I've got a big ego uh, and no self control. But it's not true. Yeah, I recognize your energy too. So anyway, I've never done anything to this person. Uh, Life happens. I would have never suspected that that person would dislike me all these years later, and to this degree. The level of depravity that this person has gone to, the lengths to attempt to destroy me, all because they don't rock with my personality, apparently. They don't like that Spirit says one, they don't like that I'm black. That's absolutely insane. Um, Two, they don't like that they're jealous of me. And three, they're jealous of me. It, they think I'm the reason that they haven't succeeded in their own career as a culinarian. It's not just one of them. It's like 3 or 4 people who somehow believe that because I didn't invest in their dreams, it's absolutely ridiculous. You know how crazy that is? I can be there to support you. I can be there to 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 to, to lift you up at times. Yet your grades, your acumen, your ability to hold on to information has absolutely nothing to do with me. Nothing. Someone said something about taking away their culinary degree. I don't even know what that means. But geez, y'all, like seriously, I'm not tracking. I don't understand. Do you know how crazy that is, y'all? Sister Image, that I graduated from culinary school in 2013. Here it is a decade later. It makes sense. It makes sense. The same amount of time that I've been trying to get away from the children's father and move on with my life. Hi, Don. How's your spirit? Thanks for joining. Um, Child, y'all remember we were supposed to be on Divorce Watch 2023? Ooh, Spirit just said, honey, that's going to go down in history. I'm going to let that go. Speaking of, by the way, just real quick, have y'all noticed the number of divorces in the media all of a sudden? Listen, I'm divorcing. I've been divorcing for a decade, you know. The other folks just coming out the woodwork all of a sudden. Jeannie Mae, what that girl name is, Tamar Braxton, um, Janine Paxton. I mean, I get a divorce. I go back to my maiden name, actually. Mind your business. We'll talk about it later. Uh, but it's just amazing. What's that girl name? The twin, the other twin, the twin that was married to the black man, twin married to the white dude seem to be doing okay. I ain't got nothing to say because Jeannie Mae and Tamar, they was married to others, and you see how that's going, or engaged anyway, because Tamar's not married yet. But anyway, that's pretty much what I know about pop culture. You want to know where I got it from? Looking at YouTube and tell you the truth about being on YouTube. If you're not somebody I'm subscribed to, you pretty much don't come across my feed. And if I'm subscribed to you, it has to be something that's interesting to me, the title on the thumbnail. Um, Otherwise, I'm usually researching for information that ranges from religious studies to cannabis to everything in between. So I'm really not, hot or I don't listen to the radio. I rarely watch television, even when I had my own television. Um, I'm an introvert in the true sense of the form. I listen to mostly YouTube Premium because I don't have to worry about the ads. Um, Sorry, there's an entity, an energy trying to push in and say something to me. I don't want to hear it. I mean, this is really me. Interestingly, someone says I must be extremely boring. Uh, if you have watched my content, then you know that I'm not. You know that, like yesterday, you guys, oh my God, yesterday, we're going to get ready to get out of here, seriously. Yesterday, I was sitting out here on the porch, right here, and I'll post this video. I just got the end of it, but I'll post it anyway. Yesterday, I was sitting out here on the stoop, and I watched this tow truck driver's truck just take off and run up on the curb and damn near hit cars and shit. So the idea that in order to enjoy yourself, to be out in the world, to enjoy yourself in this life, you have to be out in the streets. Well, that's just ignorance. Hmm. And that song, you remind me of my Jeep. I miss my Jeep, Lusa. That was my, yeah, me and that Jeep went through some stuff. We'll talk about it later. But just living in the moment is exciting enough. No need to go out and stir up excess drama and bullshit. Um, mm. Good. Can't even go acknowledge that. Anyway, I say all that to say, those of you who are going through right now, because you got to think, I lost Sharif in 2014. So from 2014 to 2023 is 9 years, almost 10 years. Um, and in that time frame, I have focused on changing my life every day. So much so, I'm kind of a new person by the hour. Spirit says by the minute. Spirit's being facetious, but it can feel like that sometimes. Um, but as you go through that timeline, just keep in mind, I made it through it. Every day, I kept going. Every day, I made one small change. This time of year, 10 years ago, I would have been too cold to be outside without my onesie, a blanket, and a host of other things. You know what I'm saying? Excuse me. That's it. That's the last test. Ironically, it's absolutely funny to me. I knew this was coming too. No worries. God's got me. Thank you for watching my streams. I didn't know you did. Shout out to the feds for thinking that people didn't know. Remember, I've known the feds have been watching since damn near the beginning of this thing. Certainly since they crowned Kevin Samuels king of the manosphere, of whatever it is, the cult underneath. I knew you were waiting for me. Here I am. In broad daylight. No more taking shots at. Hold on, let me get back to what I. Oh, shucks. You are what I was doing this live stream. So, here we go. Cutting the last cord. Thank you, Lord, forever. I'm thankful for the day. I'm thankful for the air. I'm thankful for the breath. I'm thankful for peace, prosperity, for your guidance, for your wisdom, for your glory. For your glory, I will do attempted murder, spiritual heresy, spiritual harassment. I'm not sure what that means. Raven, how's your spirit? Thank you for joining the chat. Hold on, y'all. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. No, I'm not Nigerian. I'm not from Nigeria either. Here's the thing. It's not your fault you got caught. It's the way God works. I hear that song. This is the day. This is the day that the Lord has made. That the Lord has made. I, I will rejoice and be glad in it. Glad in it. Oh, this is the day that the Lord has made. I will rejoice. You know, speaking of transcendence, it's just like that. Just like, good morning. Just like that. A spirit, an entity, sent a message my way trying to interrupt my day, my peace, my happiness. This conversation, even. Oh, and then a couple of other things. But anyway. And I could have gotten upset, angry, responded in a host of ways. Instead, I prayed. I listened. And I remembered what God had already shown me. And I remembered what God had already shown me. I have my own Wi-Fi. The folks that you're working with can't. Like all I gotta do is turn it off, and then I'm on my own. Now you through my phone. I mean, you know, you already have been, but. Mm. Get it on the floor. Get it on the floor, God. So as I was saying, you see, that was particularly irritating, even though I knew it was coming. When it was going to come up is what I didn't know. And I stayed ready, so I didn't have to get ready. I transmuted that shit, transcended the energy, and ta-da, here we are. Keep your spirit up. Oh, I'm still here, Sister Enish. I apologize. I was saying goodbye to a spirit that was leaving. I do not miss. Oh, wow, Raven, you're a prawn star? That's that's a life to live. You ever heard of a dude named, he goes by the name Big Hurt 919, I believe, here in Arizona, I think in the Phoenix Tempe area. He apparently was a prawn star at one point as well. Man, you know, when I get all my things together and in order, um, I would I would love for you. Will you do me a favor, Raven? Will you send me an email at heal.janine.com, JP the Aspiring Matriarch at gmail.com, any of those things. Because I would like to, once I'm back to my normal streaming style and setup, talk to you about it. Because we hear a lot of things about the industry, uh, um, you know, from um, the things that that supposedly people have to use, or the pay gap and all those things. That's great, Raven, but I'm not interested. Congratulations. I'm sure that there's someone out there who wants your big thing. Why would I guess the size of your? I'm not interested. But the numbers up here say 12, so I'll give it to you because there you go. But I don't care. Spirit says no one really wants to know. You obviously don't care either, because there you go. All right. Um, so anyway, we were discussing transcendence, and someone would like to transcend this peaceful energy with negativity, talking about their winky do and those things. And I ain't interested. I don't know if y'all are. If you are, you can go ahead and do that thing. I'm gonna get out of here. Um, there it is again. That car with the scar energy. Someone's driving somewhere. Aw, you have got to be really sad inside to get on the live, um, and have to do all of this. That's so sad. Like, you see, like, I would have offered you an opportunity to have a conversation about your life experiences, and all those things, and instead, what do? You talk about your winky do, and apparently lack of sexual acumen. My goodness, just that's sad. Seriously, like, if you have to lead with your penis, you must not have anything. I mean, nothing. You ain't lead with your degree. You ain't lead with your money. You didn't lead with your looks. You led with your dick. Yeah, you made me sick. It was disgusting that you had to lead with your penis. Like, you don't have anything to offer. Intellect, conversation. Jeez. Anyway, let me get out of here. Sister Enage, I appreciate you watching. To anyone who catches this on the replay, I appreciate you. Do that YouTubian thing, like and share for me. We had some real-time examples of self-transcendence. Look up the race. I thought it was kind of interesting. It's been going on for a while, I think since like 2007. Several people, I think there's 14 people who run the race, but it's a one New York City block. 3,100-mile run. I think it might be interesting to see it done. Then again, maybe not. It's kind of like Spirit said it's like Daytona for dummies. I'm gonna let that go. Anyway, y'all keep your spirit up. I'll see you in the streams. God loves you. I do too. Choose. Auf Wiedersehen.